Okay, now I'm not muted. Now I can hear. Well, you can hear. This is a new thing I'm doing. Welcome to Maker Mondays. I'm going to be streaming the development of my game here on Mondays. I'm working on an RPG Maker project. Yeah, that's a little weird for 2026, you think? It's not. There's lots of RPG Maker games coming out all the time. Honestly, I really think that the more that people get into game development, the more you see RPG Maker games getting made. They're all over the place now, which means that most of them aren't very special and get lost completely. I expect this one to also get lost completely, but at least it'll be out there. You know, it's not about whether or not it gets played a bunch, though I do intend, if this actually completes, and I am actually proud of it, I will probably try to put this on Steam, because why not? I don't have like an itch.io or anything like that. I don't even have a Patreon. I actually was thinking that maybe this might be Patreon worthy, you know? But I need to actually get to a point where that there's something to show. Right now, there is a little bit to show, but there's not a lot. The thing that I've been caught up in a lot is making the game look how I want it to look. I've been working just rather tirelessly, actually, on stuff like this, the plugins, the setups for everything, how to make the game work the way I want it to work. Like how there's the updated item layout here that I probably need to get rid of. How to make my font be the way I want it to be. How to make the main menu have like different effects on it and stuff like that I want. And while it's come a ways, I can say it has come a ways as far as how it looks. I haven't gotten it to that like deep point that I want it to be yet. This is the title screen as it is. I did create the title itself. But the rest of this is all pulled from free resources. Right? Like, I didn't actually like make any of the art here. I'm not actually much of an artist myself. So a lot of what I'm going to be using asset-wise is going to come from stuff that I can find online. None of that will be on Maker Mondays. Maker Mondays are all about actually like making the game. I'm just gonna skip the intro real fast because I just kind of want to show where the game visually is at right now. I do intend to change a lot of this, and we need to work on this. This is one of the things I need to work on. Their faces aren't right. Because their faces are from when I was still using, which I don't even know if I care. But this is the current main menu setup. And you can see I do have a font for the numbers, custom font for the numbers, but no custom font for the text yet. I have customized the main menu. I actually have something you guys can't see that lets me do it. I don't have this captured. I should probably add a capture for it while I'm here, because I'm sure it has the same name each time. At least I hope it does. It's untitled. Perfect. So this is the menu scene editor. I'll make this much smaller because it doesn't really matter when it is visible. It doesn't matter that much. Put it here. It's got a bunch of different stuff in it for how I can customize the look of the menu. It's how I got to the spot I'm at right now. But it only covers the main menu. If I go into the skills menu, this isn't getting covered by it at all. If I go into the equipment menu, it doesn't get covered by it at all. The items menu doesn't get covered by it at all. So there's a lot of stuff here that still needs work. The other thing that I have going on that I am using right now, let's close this one. Let's start a fight here. There's a fight early on if you make the wrong decisions, rather, not the right decisions. This is what the battle UI currently looks like. Again, same thing. I have a battle scene editor. This is the light version, which is free. The guy who made this plugin, there's a pro version that is not free. What I'm able to edit here is basically everything on the screen. I can move it all around. I can change where it is, what it is, but it doesn't necessarily. What I'm concerned with is that it won't necessarily work with some of the systems that I think I want to incorporate, but are not free to incorporate, so I have not done so. But like the side view battle actors positions, I don't know that that'll even work, if I'll even be able to do that with this engine, because the side view battle actors positions are something that I had to code in with the Visu Stella stuff. So my party's positions are because I coded them to be in that way. But we've got, like, you know, nice animations, and I got these models from, you know, for free. They're just characters from the. Oh, she still has arrow. I need to change that. They're just characters from the RTP that somebody made really nice stuff of. But you can see I have like a whole system here. It popped up that he was weak when we hit him with a weakness. Lots of good stuff going on, but obviously I've still got some stuff messed up too. For one, that guy was the wrong guard. He wasn't even supposed to be that guard. Like, I can fix that right now. That's easy to fix. But why was he the wrong guard? What? He should be this guard, not that guard. This guard, not that guard. So there we go. That's fixed. He's not supposed to be a knight. Did he get turned into a knight? Was he a knight? Oh, he did get turned into a knight. And then when he fell down, he wasn't a knight. He shouldn't be a knight. He should be... Where is soldier? I have too many of these things. Soldier. Here he is. Also, for whatever reason that I cannot figure out, I have the characters appear and then they like come out, but they're not using their run animation that I want them to use. They're like spawning in as not run. But if I make them be on their run animation right away, I'll show what happens. It's not pleasant. The game doesn't know how to make them just stand still if I start them on their run. Oops. Let's go to new game. Yeah, if I don't maximize it, you guys get a weird screen. If I do maximize it, you get less weird of a screen. Apparently it still needs a little bit of clipping at the top. There we go. I didn't skip. I didn't skip. I meant to skip. Hold on. We're starting over. I meant to skip. Nope, don't continue. New game. Skip. I said no again. It's easy to skip. You just press accept multiple times. You just press accept. You just push the button. That skips. Done. Kaboom! That needs to be a better, like, explosion sound effect. But see, they're just walking. Look at them just walk. What in the world? Why they gotta be just walking? Why they gotta just be walking? You know? That's my question. Is why they gotta be just kind of walking? Because, like, I'm setting them to this one. That's the run. That's the run. Should make them run. I don't understand why it doesn't. I feel like it used to. But they don't seem to run. You know? Skip, yes. I'm gonna do, I know I don't really intend to do too much, like, troubleshooting, but I am gonna troubleshoot this real fast. Like, they are standing properly, which is weird, but then he doesn't run. Okay, it's saying that it's supposed to automatically do it. At least that's what I'm reading, is that it's supposed to automatically do it. But so I'm wondering if me trying to, like, directly set it is the reason it's not working. You know? I'm wondering if that's what it is. Because I feel like they used to sprint, and then they just, like, stopped sprinting. See, I set their speed to 5, which it's supposed to be that if it's like 4 or higher, they use their sprint. Like, actually, that's what it says. That's what it says in my answer from Google. So I'm gonna try just not setting their animation and see if they run. I did it again with the whole loading my file thing. Because I do need to work on this event a little bit. It doesn't need to be what I do today, though. So, and I don't really want to work on this event today. Still just walking away. I do not understand. I really just truly don't. Like, I feel like I did something that broke the system. And I don't know what it is. Is it because the rock itself doesn't have the speed? Oh, I just realized you guys don't even see my event editor. I need to capture that window too. Window capture, event editor. Match title, otherwise find one of the same executable, maybe? I guess I could also make this a little bigger since you guys have access to me making things larger. That way you guys can see in better detail than even I can. Yeah, I just don't really understand why they don't use their run. They don't do it. They're on 5. Is that why? Do I need to turn off the walking option? That can't be. That has to have been a bad idea. Because now they're just going to float, right? They're just going to like float around. Oh, God. Yeah, now they just float. Okay, we don't want that. We don't want that. That's wrong. We want them walking. Walking. Walking is important. I'm like out of things to try. Because like the speed is 5. My events don't use the dash animation. Five or higher is typically required to trigger the dash frames. There is no dashing. Yeah, confirm that I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is Zach. Change image. Wait, is this supposed to be underscore? VSA? I also have a friend on the way who's going to be doing something, so I'll be pausing from the stream here in a minute. Okay, I'm confused. Does it really have to have the underscore? Because that would be strange. I can do that, I guess. Actor, because I can just go and change this in my folder, which I'm not going to put on stream. You wish. Image Pictures, no, not pictures, image, characters. 8D. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to have the underscore. Where's rename? God, I hate Windows 11's interface. Underscore VS8. Sure. Cancel, 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 cancel. Apply. Okay. Make sure that didn't break anything. Yep, I figured it would. I figured it would. There are other places where she is right now too that are going to be broken. I mean, my intention is just to leave it this way now that I've named it that way. If this works, I'll change everyone's to that. But if it doesn't work, I won't worry about that part of this. Also, this event, the player's starting position is wrong, and I don't really know why or how it got wrong, but I do know that most of the teleports are not. Why does it look like you jump from like not there then? You'll see if I play the opening what I mean. The player looks like they're like jumping from below that spot. It's really strange. I have him on. Oh, he's not through. That might be why you're not able to be there and why it hasn't been correct. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if she runs now with that being an underscore. That seems wrong. It doesn't seem like that would fix this. Yeah, they still just walk. It's lost. This is why sometimes AI doesn't help you at all. Like, there are dashing frames. I just don't understand why. Like he run and see that's what it's supposed to, that's what I see it doing if the run doesn't work. Like he gets to his end and he just stands there like in mid run. And I honestly don't know why it's not working. Options core. Events move core. Okay. Movement settings. 8 directional is true. Slower diagonals is false. I actually kind of want that to be true. I actually think you move too fast already. So, enable tilt dash, enable dash tilt. No. Shadows show. Turn in place. Boat speeds. So speeds of vehicles. I don't see anything that should break the dashing. You know? I don't know. It's something I can ask someone else some other time. Because I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work. I haven't been able to figure it out. Maybe it's something that someone will jump in here and tell me this is why it doesn't work. And I'll be like, oh, that's good to know. I like knowing that. Let's see. We need to make more NPCs here, because I need to have a bunch of people that gather around when you come into town. So I am probably going to need to import some more peoples. Oh, there is something I do want to do, um, which is import some new music here from my pack, not the MEs. The BGMs, OG. I don't want to listen to a lot of these first, but I guess actually I can just control A. Boop. It really is fine. Yeah. I think that got everything. Yep. Okay. ME, DLC, Super Retro, ME, OG, Control A. Open. Close. Okay. So now I have no new music stuff. That looks like it's my friend pulling up, actually. So I am going to BRB, I believe. Okie dokie.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
I bet that came through on the stream. That's fine, whatever. I'm just gonna hang out in Discord too, so be prepared for somebody to join in on Discord and then all of a sudden I end the stream. It's just the way it is. Okay, let's see. Let's make... I don't know if I have any, like... little, like, bugs and stuff like that, you know? Doesn't really seem like it. We'll use this merchant. And we'll make him be merchant. He's through so that he doesn't mess with you. He actually needs none at the start. His new event page, self switch A. Now we do merchant. Why does the merchant come out of his store to run out and see you when you show up? We don't really know. But he does. He's really into it. He thinks it's a great idea. I'm gonna turn on the town's theme. I don't want to be the only source of sound here. Still like this town theme, but we need to get a different town theme possibly. Too happy? Definitely no. Nope. Perfect. This is the battle theme I'm going with. I assume this is going to do something else. This feels like it would fit in-game better than the title screen. This feels more like a title screen theme, you know? I could just use these like straight across. It's great. I like this. I like this soundtrack so much. I do like this as my overworld theme. I think it is really good, but there was one in here that I liked a lot. This theme is really good. See, and then with this is perfect. This is perfect. Because this is like the hideout. This is where you talk to your party. You come back here a lot. I actually want to make it look a little better and maybe make it a little bigger. But you come back here a lot. Like this is a very common location for you and your team. And I actually think what I'm going to do is make it so that the hideout can grow as you go through the game. So you can get more stuff. You get more stuff as more parties join, or more players join, your team members join, rather. But like, I really like this kind of an idea where like this is the theme for the main place that you come a lot in the game. This is the main theme for the game. This is the main theme, right? And then this is the theme you hear a lot because it's your home theme. So I really like that like synergy with the soundtrack. It's like, it's how you make a good soundtrack. So legitimately, I think that is like beautiful here. A disable dashing isn't on. I really don't know why they don't dash. These guys do. You know, these guys do. The autonomous moving is fixed. Maybe it's because I don't have them starting as slow. Like, I've got them starting fast. So they have to, like, be faster than their base movement to be counted as dashing, maybe. So I am playing this song here, which doesn't really fit the soundtrack anymore. I would need like a, it'd have to be like a battle theme to be like the escape theme. Oh my gosh, the event editor is better. I'm getting raided. Hello. I sure do hope that my restreaming is working so that I can see chat. Well, hello there. This is kind of like one of my first ever streams doing this kind of thing, so... That's apparently a bad place for the chat. I'll move it. And we'll make this a little smaller too. There we go. I think this could be a good escape theme though. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I like that. What were you up to on your stream? Welcome. Welcome to my... I'm sort of making a game stream. With currently RTP graphics that I plan on changing. But hey, you know, I want to make content, so we're making content, and then can work on graphics again later. I've worked on graphics so much. Matter of fact, I'm gonna work on some even more interesting content. We're gonna add a whole new map, and we're gonna do the forest. I'm just gonna call it the Forest of Arvia for now. And we'll call it Arvia Forest when it's in the display name. I don't know why I don't just call it Arvia Forest. Let's do that. Arvia Forest. Woo! I think it uses outside. Probably pretty big, but it's gonna be multiple screens, so let's go with 65. Let's just try this at first. 65 by 65. And now we need a theme for the forest. No. 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 Not bad. Definitely none of those. It would definitely be this one of the dungeons. But we could also maybe... Well, not that field theme. This field theme maybe, though. Because a forest can have a field theme if the field theme's right. Yeah. If we slowed it down a little bit, this might work. I'll let this play for a little bit, see if this works. Oh, wood is not forest. I mean, I could do ground 1, I guess. It can't really be like... I mean, I guess it could be grassland. That is a shit forest. I'm gonna need new battle bags. Oh, that's actually way bigger than I thought. Let's go 45 by 45. Alright, so you'll come in right around here. Oh, look at how square that is. Ugh. Ugh. I see why people have quote-unquote fixed this. That is so square. Oh well. We're making the map. I'm making the map. I'll be able to fix it later with other people's tile sets that I buy. It's a better tile set. Because again, this isn't about you guys watching me Google, although I am Googling battle backs to see if I can find any real fast. Oh look, Lowe has a bunch. They would go perfect with my game because I use his battle assets for $4. Yeah, okay. Give me 2 seconds here. we're gonna make this happen. Because I've been using this guy's stuff already. I've bought a lot of this guy's stuff already. So this isn't gonna fix the tile set, but it'll fix our battle back problem. Just gotta put them into the right folder. I already have them, so now we're just kind of grabbing them at this point, shoving them in, you know. Paste them here. Boop, 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 boop. Battle box 1 and battle box 2. Is that how it's organized inside RPG Maker's files? Because that would make this really easy. Oh, it is. Perfect, dude. There we go. So now we can come here and we can make, which this should be on stream. This isn't. Ah! There's so many little screens you gotta grab. The select image screen. Okay. So now I have these. And if we put them with his, they'll work great. So we can do forests. do a grassy forest. Perfect. Okay. I don't like this theme for the dungeon, for the forest. I like it for a forest, but not for this forest. We're going with this one. Oops, I canceled that. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. Let's give ourselves an act. So we're gonna want, like, let's make it so that there's an exit right there and an exit up here and an exit over there. That needs to be farther away. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Okay. Little centerpiece there. Let's make this one go over further. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. I also gotta make sure I do the weather, the same weather effect I have. How did I get the weather effect here? I don't remember. Is it from the World Maps event? I think it is. I think it's from the World Map event. Yeah, MOG weather effects, set weather effects. We're gonna have an event here now. We need to call a common events, exit over world, boop. And then I want this. And really, it probably can be the same one, but wow, that is so small. Oh, you don't even see this. Cool. Well, whatever. You don't need to see the leaf I'm picking. You'll be fine without knowing what leaf I'm picking. Well, we'll stick in with that leaf. What other kinds of weather is there, I guess? That this guy's got here. I'll do left side wind. Blend type. I don't know what a lot of this does. Yeah, you guys aren't getting this screen. Okay, well, I want this screen to appear, so window capture. Do, do, do. Do, do. Should always have the same name, I assume. If I cancel and open it again, cancel and open it again. Okay. There are so many windows to capture. I don't know what to say. I have to probably make a capture for like every window type. Unless I just capture my screen, which at this point is like what I should be doing. Alright, let's do that. This is too much. This is too much. It's too much to capture here. I liked the idea of the game being in its own spot, but it's fine. We'll just do a display capture. Bum, 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 bum. The Dell. Capture the Dell! Put it way underneath everything else. Delete this. Let's delete that too, because we're capturing the main display. Properties. I want you to fit it. Oh, scale to window. Oh god, what is that? Why is that not working? Why do you have to be this way? Stretch to screen. Okay. And now let's get rid of my start menu. No one needs to see that. There we go. Hooray! Now you see everything without me having to freaking add stuff all the time. So much better. Just, I have to remember that. Alright. Transfer. Event. Transfer to the forest. They're gonna be right there. Right there. Actually, right there. Do 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 do. This needs to be 3. Not. Oh boy. Yeah. It's doesn't look great, does it? Yeah, I don't like it. We're gonna make the screen significantly smaller. Let's go to 30 instead of 45. Let's go to 30 all around. And we're gonna clear it because I don't like it. I don't want to use this wall texture that much if I can help it. I don't think it looks great. Like, I guess maybe this one looks better? Oh, damn it. No. What's even the difference? Absolutely nothing. Like, let's zoom in on this. Look at that. Like, is there a floor I'm supposed to be using that lines up with that better? And then how do you make like a dark forest if I have to use this like bright ass green? Yeah, it's bad. I don't like it. Yeah, we can do this. This is what we'll do. Alright, so we need to, like, clear everything. And instead of using garbage, all that garbage freaking... Oh, this looks way better. This looks way better. Hold on. I don't know where this came from, but it looks way better. Oh, but it doesn't, like... I have to, like, put it together on my own. How do I put the bottom of it on? Sure. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's working to me. So Control Z, I don't even know what that is. I do know how to use this though. Pretty sure. If I do that, it's gonna go with this, right? No. Really? It doesn't? Oh yeah, it does. It's just like multi-sectional. Yeah, so it does go, these ones are the, because it's a 3. Okay. So they're pretty like complicated to put together, but yes. Like this one would be that. No? It's that? I guess it is that. I guess that is the top of the tree right there. Oop. But like, yeah, see that's not the bottom. Oops. That's the bottom. So you'd be doing that. Except not, because it would need this right there. Okay, so this is a pretty complicated pattern to use, but that's okay. It'll be worth it. So we're gonna make our walls out of this pattern. So I'm gonna like hold the button down to do like this, right? So that's that bottom section. And this is where you came in. And we'll fix the fact that I went too far over there. And then it goes up and around. Like that. Maybe a little less. Oh no, there's more at the top. Good. And then we start like here-ish. I wanted to be able to go out the top. So we do that. And then like that. Uh-oh. That changed something. We can't do that. Oops. Oh, there's no redo. Why is there no redo? It sucks. It's okay. It's a little, I'll fix it in a bit though. It really would be this right here, but that is like changing something for some reason. See that? Like, maybe you don't, but it is changing something for some reason. What? Am I crazy, or is it not getting rid of that? Yeah, it wasn't. Strange. What? Okay, hold on. Because that tree goes right there. But I guess it would just be this piece. And then that piece? No. That piece? No. That piece? No. Should be this piece, right? It's not. I don't know how to put the tree together. Because it should be this. Oh! That worked. Sweet. do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I see. It's because those two are like kind of backwards for putting down next to each other like that. This is going to take a lot more work, but trust me, we'll end up with a significantly better... Yeah, that's what I figured. This is showing unpassables. Yeah, okay. We'll end up with a significantly better looking forest this way. But it'll take a lot longer to put it together. That much is for sure. Yeah, so that needs to be impassable. This is all impassable. Should just do it for the other trees too. Honestly, yeah, that's all gonna be impassable. This you could walk up to right there. That's like the only two impassable spots on this one. Those two are impassable, and then you can walk underneath that. I think this one would be the same. You can walk underneath it, behind it right there. Okay, there we go. Why is that not an impassable spot? Oh, because, yeah, alright. I mean, it will be soon, so... Because it's gonna be this. I gotta get rid of this impassability. There we go. That's the right one. Looks like there's a lot of those, because that's every corner going down is that. And each one of these does that. And again with the... Nope, wrong one. Actually, no. That wouldn't be that either. That would be one of those weird ones where you do this, and then you do that, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you do that. It's so weird that that even works. But it really does. Will this work if I just do this now? Boop. Yep. Interesting. So the impassability should be... Yeah, okay. Interesting, you can walk right there, but you can't walk right there. I mean, I guess it sort of makes sense, because you're kind of like able to walk in between those two trees right there. And get rid of that. This forest is going to take me forever to map out because of this, what I'm doing here. It is legitimately going to take me like forever to map this forest out. I think it looks pretty good, though. I definitely think it looks better, to me, at least personally, than that black wall version that I had before. The auto tile version is definitely easier to make, but so much less like a forest. Like this is more like an actual forest here. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ah, do 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 do. Don't worry, I will change the music eventually. We aren't gonna just listen to this theme the whole time I make the forest. It will get changed. It's just a matter of when I change it. So yeah, you do not have to worry. No 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 no. No 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 no. Oop. Do 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 dun 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 dun. Yeah. I'm getting better at the tile though. The tile set. I'm starting to understand how to use the tile set a lot better. So, we're making progress much faster now. Oops. It's apparently not the right one. There we go. Still have a lot of force to go though. And again, this is one screen. We're gonna have to make more of these. Did take me a little bit to get started tonight, so that's part of the problem here. Okay, so this needs to clear a little bit. Can't be this. Oh. Okay, this erase works. Oh, nope, it doesn't. Can I go to this one and erase this stuff? Okay. I'll do that. Okay, I don't want to erase that much though. Just like that. We'll do that. And we'll make it go up a little less too. Do, 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 do. Bum 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 bum. I have to make sure I don't have any passability problems. See, like this, because now you can walk all the way through there. You should not be able to. Tells me that that isn't the right. There. This isn't going to actually be passable either, because it'll be that. Well, it'll be that. No. No? Be that one? Oh. Oops. I mean, it can't be that one. Weird. What would it be? Because, like, this going here is wrong. Like, do I need to put that there just behind that tree like that? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that looks right. Interesting. Okay. That looks right. Which I guess I'd redo that here then. Yeah. Okay. That is not how we do that, though. This one does get that. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Bum 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 bum. It's really interesting to me that a lot of this like stuff actually like even works this way. It's like it's kind of crazy. I guess that's layering for you though, huh? I see it. We do that there. Do 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 do. Huh? Yep. And no. Bum 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 bum. That one there like that, and then this half of a tree just like that. Oops. Bum 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 bum. That's obviously wrong, but I'm just putting the tops where the tops can go. Okay, and then if we check the movability, you can walk underneath a lot of that. Ooh, this one's really deep in. That can't be right. That needs to go there. That should be okay though. Because yeah, you can walk behind those. You should be able to walk behind some of the trees. This is true. I do want that. Okay, and then we want to go back here. We actually do want to erase like this whole line of tree like that. And actually, just for some, just to be a little bit interesting, we'll do like a little nook right here where you can walk in. And there'll be like a treasure here, you know? Okay, let's see what we can do with this now. So, boop, boop, boop. Nice and easy. I think I want that to just boop right there too. So we need to boop that away. And we'll boop that away too, so it's just so that it's a top. So it's a boop, and then a boop. But we got a tree there, and then that one boops there. So now we need this piece right here. And we do this, don't we? Oh, no, not for that one though. That one just gets that. Oh no, it has a top. There's a top piece right here. It gets this done to it. Well, not entirely. It gets this done, and then I want to blank that. Because that's just going to be a top. Because this is going to be a line of just tree to there. Getting really close to the edge of the map here, but that's okay. It is okay for it to use the edge of the map. Oh, wait. My tops are wrong. Oopsie poopsie. There's just a top right there. And then that there. And then this doesn't actually get a solitary top. Well, it does, but only because the tree... Wait. Do I do that? I think so. Don't quite do that though, because there's a tree there. So it gets... Ooh, this is kind of complicated. That? Yeah. And then that piece goes there. And then this goes underneath all of that. Okay. Got it. Tree solved. I'm doing my own puzzles. They're complicated. The puzzle of the tree maker. It's kind of insane here, actually. No. It's that one. No, it's not. Because that's just the stump underneath. And it's actually that one. There we go. And then the side of a tree. The side of a tree. Wait. How do I do that? Oh, this is not supposed to work like this. This tree is in a weird spot somehow. I must have put it in the wrong... I think it's one too high. I think it goes like that. I did put it one too high. This top part looks a little funky to me. Those top parts look a little funky to me. I don't think they're right. Yeah, they're not. Because of the way the layering works, they didn't get placed. You can't just like drag the side up because the way the layering works, it doesn't end up in the right spot. Okay. That only took like an hour, but we have our first section of forest map. Great. Do 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 do. What about this grass? Oh, this is like thick grass. Oh, I like the thick grass. We want the thick grass. Do 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 do. But we also want light grass. Light grass down here too. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I hope that if I like, it doesn't have to not clip the tree, because that would be kind of annoying for like putting it together. Like, I want to be able to do like that, you know? And I know that means I now have to go put these fucking trees back together, but it's fine. It's worth it. Because we get grass under the tree, which we want. A little crazy with the grass there. Take that treetop off, take that one mostly off. Put it all the way off the screen. Cool. Again, I'm not going to go too crazy with the grass. We do want to put a bunch in because, you know, it's a forest. I'm going to make each exit be grassy. Kind of like that idea. Alright, how are these bushes looking with these trees? Not too bad, not too bad. What about these bushes? I think I like these bushes more. Can I put a bush on top of the grass? I can. I don't know if I want a bush on top of the grass, but I can put one there. Good to know that bushes can go on grass. Don't want it to be too bush busy. So you don't want to make the map too busy. Too busy. But you do want a lot of flavor. You know, you gotta add all Not all the types, but you gotta add flavor. Lots of flavor. We want these little flowers. Because this is supposed to be a lively forest, not a dead one. We're not making a dead wood here. Oh my gosh, I don't like that bush for this forest. What about the yellow flowers? They look alright in the forest. What if I put it right there? Can I then get the tree on top of it? Beautiful. So we can put them like under trees too. So that's good to know. In that case, I'll put that one under it. Although it doesn't make a lot of sense that a flower lives under a tree, does it? So we put like a little bit. That's a radish. That's farm life. We put like a little bush under the tree. Are there better like forest bushes somewhere I could be using? These look better for the forest. That's like moss. Weeds, moss. It's like I don't think they're the right color. They're too light green. I think I should make sure of that. I'd have to go into my game though and actually play to walk over here to make sure. But it's not a bad idea, actually. I should do that right now. I need to make sure that you can't jump into the trees. Because I have a jump system. And if you can jump into the trees, then that's not great. Okay. I don't particularly care that we can't leave the forest right now. I can't use any of my saves? I need to delete all my saves? Shit. That sucks. It's because her image file is different. Alright, fine. We'll start over. I guess this is a decent opportunity. You guys get to see the whole intro of the game. Because we're not going to skip it if I have to make a full new file. Can you hear me? Who are you? Oh, I forgot to change the main character's name. Hold on. I'm going to change the main character's name since we're here. It won't let me do it. There. Since I have to do a new game anyways, I might as well change the main character's name. I should get a different theme. I need to get a theme for my soundtrack for this. Although this is a good, theme, but... Yes. I'm over here. What? Didn't expect fire to talk? Alright, let's get started. if you're gonna live here, you need to know more about you. Live here? Well, not right here, but yes, here, in this world. Don't worry, it'll only take a moment. Some of these questions may seem pointless, but they aren't. Just answer quickly and honestly, okay? First off, what's your name? Can't live life with no name. Henry is what I'm calling the main character now. Calling him Henry. Name is Henry? Yeah. A strange name. Oh well, guess it's the only one you got, huh? You're presented with two paths. One goes left into the unknown. Well, I should say into the unknown. There's a typo in my intro. The other goes right into safety. Which do you go? Into the unknown. Your carriage is broken down. You need to fix the wheel in order to repair it. The wheel is expensive, though, and will require most of your money. But without it, you can't carry all your supplies. Do you repair the carriage? So, the thing that's going on with this intro, to be slightly spoilery, is that the intro, all the questions you answer, except for what your name is, and, like, you know, saying things like, live here, like that kind of stuff, these questions, they all actually are about things that have happened to the Resistance while you've been with them, even though you don't remember it because you weren't with them. So it's like, it's like stuff that sets up, and you'll, like, if you answer yes, the carriage is worth it, then it means that when your guys' carriage broke down and you could have either left the carriage behind or repaired it, and if you repair it, you get to keep your stuff. So if I say no, I need the money for other things, you start with more money, but you lose a bunch of gear that you needed. Like, all of your items, starting items, are all lost if you say no. But if you say yes, you start with significantly less money, like I think 50 instead of like 300, and you have a bunch of starting items, including some stuff that is worth more than what you would have started with. But you can't buy like any equipment at the beginning without grinding, so it's kind of a give and take. But the other thing I want to do is I want to put a carriage outside the hideout if you choose to fix it. So the carriage is there at the hideout, even though you'll never use it in the game, because you chose to fix it. And if you don't choose to fix it, it's not there. It's just gone. I don't have that implemented, but I do want to do that. I like that idea. This is your starting equipment. If you choose the shield, you have a shield. If you don't, you don't. If you choose the weapon, you start with a long sword instead of a short sword, which is actually the worst choice here. And then if you choose, I mean, it probably makes you do more damage. Actually, it probably makes you do a lot more damage with the way the system is now. But the magic stone is the one that gives you cannot get the magic stone any other way. This is like one of those, like, it's the way to get it, kind of like Dark Souls thing. It gives you a couple starting passives that are useful, but they're not like game changing. I think it gives you HP up and one other thing. I don't remember what it is. You and your friends are stalking through the corridors of a large mansion on a mission you think is important. One of your friends thinks he heard something behind you. Another says you don't have time to check. Do you check? If you choose to check, then the number of times that you can fail in the intro and keep Gregory alive is reduced by 1. If you say no, then you can make more failures in the intro and Gregory still lives. In fact, you can fail every single choice except one. You have to decide to go fast at least once if you say no. If you say yes, you can only gather information twice in the intro without Gregory dying. So it's best to say no. Saving time, huh? Interesting. You and your friends are right there. Your target is in sight. One of your friends looks to be having a hard time getting in position. You know he's supposed to be the one to strike the blow. That was the plan, after all. You think you could take the killing blow now if you don't wait for him to get there. You could end it here. Do you murder the man in front of you from the shadows? This changes dialogue options later on. If you say that you're going to kill him without hesitation, not only does it bar you as a killer, and a lot of people react to you as such later in the game, it literally turns on a flag that you said this. And that but it also changes dialogue. Like Zach immediately hates you more, and Gregory respects you a little less. Sarah doesn't like you as much. Like saying that you'll do it without hesitation is almost entirely a negative, but it does have some benefits. It raises your starting attack power by a decent amount. You get 1 extra attack power, but on top of that, there will be points in the game where having said like yes without hesitation will give you access to new choices that allow you to do things in a different way, like be a little bit more reckless. If you say that you stick to the plan, it has basically the same effect as saying what the hell is this. These are basically the two the same things. The only thing that's different between the two of them is the starting reputation, or the starting character affections are different. If you stick to the plan, Zach likes you a whole heck of a lot more. I think he gets like +5 affection. Whereas if you say, what the hell is this? No one gets anything with you. But I should actually make it so that there's a dream affection, which would be this thing. And if you say this, it like thinks you're funny, and its affection goes up. Because it does, it laughs at you if you say this. Wouldn't you just love to know? Okay, time for you to take over now. Have fun. But it's basically telling you in like very vague terms what just happened and why you're trying to escape, basically. Hurry up, man. We gotta get him a move on. Their images are all wrong right now. I need to fix that, I know that. But I just changed them to this different character art, so. They're right behind us. We don't have much time. Why are you just standing there, Henry? We must away! What? What is happening? Are you serious? We don't have time for your games. We gotta go now, man. The gods are right behind us. You must hurry. Well, they aren't running. That's a sad. But you have a directional movement. Vertical's a little slower. Which I did want that. That is a save point, but it's not supposed to be there. It's for debug purposes. Come on, Henry, stop lagging behind. We don't have time for this. Sorry, let's keep going. Indeed, try to keep up now. They're so fast. They're already through this whole area. I need to put like barrels and stuff in here. It's not supposed to have barrels though. It's supposed to be like a underground escape. So it's just, it feels a little barren. It's a small jump. Just hurry and go. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Watch me. Come on, Henry. It's easy. Hurry. On my way. Let's hurry, Henry. Press the C key on the keyboard or the B button on the gamepad, which I have no idea if that's true. Whee! Whee! Yeah, you can jump. It looks like... Oh, jumping vertically does give me... Okay, yeah. Quickly now, up the rope. Once we're out, we can cut the rope and get away. We're really gonna get away. Let's get back to the hideout. Hideout? Yeah, my hideout. Come on, man. I know you know where it is. We've been there lots. Stop wasting time like this. We can't afford it. Henry, are you all right? Zach is correct. We must hurry. There is no time for silly questions. We'll escape up the rope to the surface, split off from there. No. Surrender, you can't get away. Give it up. You have nowhere to go. Zach, Sarah, Henry, run. Get out of here. No way, old man. We won't leave you behind, Gregory. You three. Fine. Let us have at them. if you make either of those two incorrect choices that aren't just Sarah go up the rope, you have wasted too many times, you've asked them questions too many times, Gregory dies right here. Oh, I didn't change the battle theme to be that same theme, so it changed. Oops. This is the old escape theme. So in these fights with these guards, your 3 top party members, Henry, Sarah, and Zach, are all incredibly underpowered and very, very bad in these fights. Gregory is level 10. That's why he has 762 health. And when he attacks, he does 180 points of damage. Henry's level 1. And if I use Hard Slash, which will take 9 HP and forever to charge. She's not supposed to have arrow either. That's unfortunate. I can fix that though. Also, they're programmed so that all 3 of your main characters have the hide effect right now, technically. And Gregory has the provoke effect. So there's an incredibly low chance of them targeting any of the other 3 people. They will always target Gregory. If Gregory goes down and you still finish the fight, if he has 0 HP at the end of the fight, Gregory dies. He will. It turns on a flag so that he will not make it out of the cave. This actually is the only fight he can die in, and it would still work because it's in the middle of the event where you get out. So, but any of the previous fights, because each wrong answer triggers a fight, and if he ever goes down, he dies at the end. It's just a straight decision. I actually don't have the if Gregory goes down, he dies thing programmed in. I might not do that. I might just make it choices based. He's got hide. His specials are always gonna be steal stuff. So he's the thief. So right now all he has is hide. I actually do intend for him to already have steal, but steal is not part of RPG Maker MZ by default. You have to get a script for that, and I haven't found a free one, surprisingly. So I'm gonna have to. I could program it myself, but I don't want to program. I do that for a living. I don't want to do it for fun. So I'm probably just gonna. There's a guy who has a bunch of scripts I want to get anyways. I'm probably just gonna get it from him. But you can see that like nobody does any damage, and also Zach is level 4 and he still does no damage. I did a whole 45 with Hard Slash. And yes, Hard Slash hit harder than fire in this case. That is true. I don't know if it's always true. I don't think it is. I think it's because of the way the damage formula works. But yeah, Gregory's abilities all work on number of times per day. He can use them 8. He can use cover 8 times, provoke 10 times, and defensive stance 5 times. Gregory gets new moves. You learn moves. I got a healing herb. Oh, he's just standing there. That's not how that's supposed to be. This is not how I hoped this would go. Too late for that. Come on, let's get out of here. Right, I'll head up first. Okay, bye, Sarah. How can we screw this up so badly? Okay, bye, Zach. We're all just standing here waiting. Goodbye. Quickly then, let's go. I'll escort you there. And I'll make you wait for everybody else. Oh, he actually appeared in the right spot this time. Hurry. I'll block the passage, which actually put me in the wrong spot. I'm supposed to be 1 down. Why didn't you do it, laddie? He was right in front of you, back turned and everything. So this is because I didn't say without hesitation, right? So we were asked, do you murder the man in front of you? Like one of your friends is having a hard time getting into position. He was supposed to take the blow. That was the plan. But you could end it now. He's right in front of you. Do you kill the man right in front of you? Right? And he's asking, why didn't you do it? He was right in front of you, back turned and everything. Why didn't I do what? Kill him, lad. Kill the Duke. Why didn't you? You had a chance and you didn't take it? So, by saying, why didn't I do what, Zach learns what Gregory's talking about, which actually causes Zach to lose affection because you had a chance to kill the Duke and you didn't try. Now, what's ironic is that if you say at the beginning that you tried to kill him without hesitation, Zach gets really pissed at you for not following the plan. So Zach's kind of a double a double back and forth here with this, because he does not like it that if you try to go against the plan, because it causes you still fail either way. The Duke isn't dead. Like, if you try to say yes without hesitation, you fail to kill the Duke. It doesn't matter. But it causes the plan going wrong to be your fault instead of Zach's fault. And so Zach gets pissed off at you and is pissed off at you throughout the whole intro. Whereas if, like, not during the escape scene, but once you get here, he's like very clearly pissed off at you. What do you mean? Guys, back off. It's over, okay? He stuck to the plan. The plan failed. We should head back to the hideout. It's probably not safe here. I'll split off from your lot. I have things that need to... I don't know why I wrote it that way. I was thinking I wanted to have him be Scottish. And so I wrote that line, and I need to fix it, because I don't think I want him to be Scottish. Because that would have been... I have things that need dealt with, you know, if you were doing the Scottish accent, that I can barely even read it that way. Yeah, whatever, old man. Alright, guys, come on. Let's get out of here. And so, Gregory left. And you're going to notice that I'm going to walk into a bush because I'm not where I thought I should be. I know this is all strange, but you need to come with us. I'll explain when we get there. Strange? Probably not the first time he's been chased by the Duke's Knights. Come on, really. It's not safe here. Yeah, I walked into a bush, but that's okay. Everything is really screwed up now. Hard to imagine that having gone much worse. Man, what are we gonna do now? You notice that Zach is no longer wearing his bandana. I do not have a sprite for that. It's actually something I intend to try to edit myself. Is to try to make a version of his walking sprite that doesn't have the bandana. I kind of like the idea of Zach being this character, even though this is an RTP character. So I feel like even if I did get a lot of my own characters made, I might even stick with this just being Zach. It really fits. And what are we going to do now? You're just going to sit there and mope? Not the first time we've needed to lay low. If I hadn't made such a mess, we wouldn't have to lay low. See, so because I stuck to the plan, technically, even though I didn't because I didn't know what the hell was going on. Zach is like down on himself. He thinks it's his fault. And so you can now try to either comfort him or just say it'll be okay, which both of these are kind of comforting, but there's the idea of telling him it wasn't his fault, and then there's the it'll be okay. Thing is that you're dealing with a punk, right? Because Zach is supposed to be just a straight up unlikable punk right now. So if you try to tell him it wasn't his fault, he gets mad and is like, what do you know, huh? Basically snaps on you. Zach! I'm gonna go lay down. See if I can't sleep this shit off. Don't worry about him. He'll get over it. Listen, I know you don't have any idea what's going on around here right now. That doesn't read right. I know you don't have any idea what is going on around here right now, do you? I need to take the I know out. Just listen. You don't have any idea what's going on around here right now, do you? And take the around here out too. So it's just, you don't have any idea what is going on around here. Or you don't have any idea what is going on right now, do you? With a comma after the right now. That line needs rewritten. And then there's 3 different options here. If you're honest with her, she appreciates it. You get her affection up. If you say, I think I'm up to date, this is actually the negative one. She takes this as like, yeah, okay, you're not, but that's okay if you think you are. And then the what do you mean has her kind of be like, okay, I know what's happened. I don't know why you're trying to hide it, but I know what's happened. And she kind of, this one's the neutral. Nothing happens here. And if you say this, they all kind of end the same, with her being like, memory loss. Now of all times, too. Well, probably best to make sure Zack doesn't know that. He'd probably just react like an idiot and lash out. Trust me, it'll be easier if Zack doesn't know. I can explain everything to you, but not here, okay? Then you can actually question, why do we travel with him? Because I got the idea that I've kind of written him to be sort of a dick, and especially if you took the I did try to kill the guy, he's a true dick to you. Like, at the beginning, he does not come off very nicely. And I kind of want you to be able to be like, why do we even travel with this guy? That's complicated. Trust me, we all have our reasons for being here. Besides, he'll grow on you. Come on, let's head to my hometown, Arvia. It's not too far. It's not far from here. Trip will give Zack time to cool down anyways. And then without getting the treasure that is clearly there, you leave the house. And like I said, I want to put like a carriage here if you made the carriage choice in the beginning. But you can just go right back in if you want. And then I don't have events in the right states because I forgot to turn on the right switch, obviously. So now people are here. I can even probably talk to her. Let's head back to Arvia in the west. Which is actually supposed to happen. She just shouldn't be following me when I came back in. Found a bottle of water. Take it with you and keep the bottle after you drink it. Put all kinds of stuff in your bottles. Keep an eye out. You only have so many bottles. And they're required to get most healing items. So this game has a bottle system in it. Like a la like Zelda, except RPGized. So right now I actually have 2 bottle items, which why is my inventory menu still this one? Whatever. I have the healing potion, which needs massively buffed for the new system. It should heal like 500. I'm literally not shitting you. That's what the base healing potion should be, like 500 hit points, because it's actually going to be kind of hard to get, because it takes a bottle. In order to utilize any item that would go in a bottle, a healing potion, a mana potion, an elixir, spring water, just a bottle of water, which is the worst one, it requires you to have a bottle. So when you go to an item shop, you won't be able to buy healing potions. You might be able to buy a bottle if you're lucky. I actually don't know. I would need to be able to have a system where you can only buy where shops have stock, which I don't think is base. So the idea is that, right now I have 2 bottles because I have a water bottle and a healing potion. Again, this is because I chose to save the carriage. It starts you with a healing potion if you do that, which gives me 2 bottles at the beginning of the game instead of 1. Otherwise, I'd only have the water, and you'd only get the water if you knew to walk back into the house. So I have a healing potion and water. Again, massively buffed healing potion needs to happen. The water should be buffed too, actually. It should restore like 70 hit points. Maybe more like 50. Because I think spring water is going to be kind of like the main healing item in the game that you, at least for the beginning of the game, you'll get spring water all over the place. But the other system I have in this game is that we have passive skills. So I have 1 SP. I can't equip stun immunity. It still says MP. I need to figure out why that's happening. But I can equip max HP up. So 10% extra max HP. Cool. So this is literally straight out of FF9, which you'll now be able to see. The short sword teaches me hard slash. The glowing stone teaches me max HP up and stun immunity. Both of them have their AP amounts that they take. 0 out of 20, 0 out of 18. You gain AP in battles, just like you would in Final Fantasy IX. I actually want to change how this works with her, but her staff right now gives her spells. I actually want to change that. I'm going to make it so she doesn't start with an old ring. I'm going to make it so she starts with a, like... I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm going to make it one of the very few combo spell scrolls in the game. I want her to use spell scrolls to learn spells, and it'll be her accessories that you have to equip in order for her to learn the spells. I don't mind the idea of it being off of weapons, but the thing is that I have reason to not want to be able to... Later in the game, there is some stuff that can happen that can cause certain abilities in the game to no longer be available, because they're removed from the dream. So, like, later on in the game, fire spells can get just removed from the dream. Water spells can get removed from the dream. And you just can't get them anymore. It's a turnip! She's not supposed to have arrow either. I'm gonna have to remove that. That spell isn't even programmed yet. Wow, that number moved way too fast. What the fuck? That hurt a lot. I didn't see how much because the number moved too quickly, but... There's still a few bugs with my stuff. Oh, my victory theme's wrong too. Right into the forest. I can't. You see how much it does. It just vanishes. Alright, I wanted to make sure. I was like, what did I come here for? Just to make sure you can't jump into the trees. Yeah, you can't. You can jump over bushes. And you can jump over the trees. The tree stumps. I'll have to make that not a thing. Only the vertical ones. Henry has fallen. Sad Henry. So yeah, like I can jump. Woohoo! 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 Yeah, I know how to make that not a thing. You can jump through trees. Just kind of funny. Okay. I know how to make that not a thing though. It's easy. It really is. With my jump system, if I tag anything region 10, you can't jump through it anymore. So, no, it would have been right there, not there. And then you'd have the same problem here. And here. And technically right here. I don't think I have any other verticals that would cause that problem, but there we go. I had to play all that just to fucking get to the can I jump through my trees? Now that whole thing was can I jump through my trees? I need to go to my common events. My reset battle theme is using the wrong victory theme. It's technically using the wrong battle theme too, as I'm now using it out of here. Why is my microphone being bad? Is there no filter on it? There's no filter on it anymore. What the hell? Why is there no noise suppression? Okay. Well, that'll help a lot. Alright, it's almost 9. But I'm gonna switch gears and play a game here pretty soon. I know I didn't get a lot done. It's the nature of making this forest, though, man. Like this is what happens. This is why I said I wanted to start doing like Maker Mondays, where I just like actually just work on content for the game on these days. Because like there really is a lot to do, and like making like good maps that are actually like feel good to play and feel good to roam around is difficult. It takes a lot of effort. There's a lot that goes into doing it. It's not just something you can just kind of like poof into, you know? Oh, it shouldn't be there. This grass looks good in the tall grass. We need to put like some logs out here though too. A log there. A log down there. One here too. I am actually going to put a trail. The trail will trail off. Haha. But there is actually going to be a trail in the woods for the beginning. That shows you the way to go initially. So in the first screen, you'll immediately know the wrong ways. Just follow the trail is the right way on the first screen. The bucket. Even the bucket there didn't make that go away. What other bits of like a campsite could I put here? I'm not gonna put a pen down, but like. I wish there were like twigs. Little sticks I could put down and stuff, you know? I guess the bucket is like the best thing I can do. Because this is like a horse. Yeah. It's not a... And by a horse, I call them that because that's what they were called. That's what we called them when I was young. Not really a horse. Obviously. Unless that is the right term. Which time, never mind. Guess I'll put a bucket. Not sci-fi chest, just chest. Open event. Play sound effect. Where is the chest? Sounds, that's what I need. Guess that's the sound I got, huh? Gives you 2 antidotes. And then I know I don't remember how I did it before. I know I have like a common event that I play. I just don't ever remember how to find it. This. I should probably just make this just like a straight, just common event that's easier for me to get to. I'm gonna 10 frame wait for that. And then play a sound effect. Self switch A is the thing I forgot, so that you can't get the chest over and over again. And one of the things I already know this game doesn't have, or this editor doesn't have that I need, is that it doesn't have directional chests. which blows me away. There's a lot of things that the RTP doesn't have that I'm just like, excuse me, but how? Shit. I accidentally copied the page. Now I gotta just do it. And I mean, you know, it is what it is, but... Alright, I don't have the enemies ready, and it's 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna probably call it here for now. Let's finish the trees real fast. I don't really intend to work on this all night. I have other things I want to play. I want to get back to Saros, so I've been really enjoying it. Saros is a really good game. And that's what I'm going to go back to playing, so, you know. But yeah, we've got... The other thing I could see doing right now would be putting in the event to exit the forest, which I'm actually just going to go to Arvia and copy this event. Paste it here, and change where it goes. Although its hitbox left 2 is correct, and hitbox right 2 is too much, really, but it doesn't affect anything, it's fine. I'll change it. I'll make it hitbox 1. Now you can both enter and leave the forest. I think in my tile set, for whatever reason, you can step, yeah, I don't know why you can step on these. I don't like that. But, next time, oh, let me fix a lot of the things I noticed that were wrong, too. Like how she starts with arrow. I also noticed, I'm gonna try, this one I'm not even, I don't think I'm gonna test. Well, maybe we'll test it real fast, but, the damage pop-up, and then the elemental, the water damage pop-up, I think is what that is. It's insane. I don't think maybe we just can't use fountain. Like that fountain is maybe just a bad idea. We'll try this. I mean, it might have been poison, because I think I might have made that, but that should be doing like a zigzag wavy up thing. Pretty sure I made it do water damage. It has poison spit. Poison spit does water damage. Why does it do water damage, you ask? Don't ask. It just does. Alright. I basically just need to wait for this thing to use poison spit so I can test this. Oh, right. I would actually have to run the game because it's a I can't just run the troop like that. I have to run the game. Now it'll work. Now it'll reflect the changes. Okay, that worked. That's fine. I saw that it did 5. It was a blue 5, but I saw that it did 5. Also, my statuses are in the wrong spot, which is going to bother me too. Status, I think? No. Party status window, actors, states. Apply states. Here's states. Apply states. Okay. I think positive numbers go down. Yep. Don't really know why it's only showing one state at a time. Party status. No. No. It would be under states, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just not seeing a way to make it. I don't know why it's only showing one. I think that might actually be something else I did. And I know what that is too, if it is what I did. I don't know if I could find it again. But I think I do know what it is. Layout. I don't know if I'll be able to find it real quickly because this is terrible. This is the stuff that is not fun to do, if you ask me. This is where it gets unfortunate, would be the best way to put it. I feel like it should be in layout settings if it was going to be anywhere. But then, like, of course it isn't, right? Like, state icon. I guess there's only one state icon. In battle status window. States display. Max width 184. I know this was like 316 before, I think. That's a number I made a lot smaller because the internet told me a lie. That making that number smaller yeah, it's still only showing one. Oh, 1%. Yeah, I still think that's fine. I don't particularly like it cycling like that. I wish I did know where to make it more than that. but like there's clearly not an option for more states here. Which is weird. I feel like there should be. Feels really weird. I feel like there should be an option for that. But I don't see it. Market commands, party commands, it wouldn't mean any of that. Weird. I'll look it up later. Not a thing I'm going to deal with right now. All right, that's the first Maker Monday, I guess. There's the first screen of the Arvia Forest created. This doesn't necessarily mean that the next time I stream this on a Maker Monday, if I do continue to do Maker Mondays, it doesn't mean that it will still be in this state. I may have gotten the game farther. I may have replaced the graphics entirely. I may have a whole lot more to show. I don't really know. The idea, though, is that every now, at least a few Mondays a month, I'm going to try to make it so that Mondays are the day that if I do stream doing RPG Maker, that is when it will be. It'll be Maker Monday. And we'll see about trying to stream making this game every now and then. I do want to actually make this game finally. I have... Let me bring this up. I don't want to show my entire drive. I have a story like written, basically. I added today a bunch of mid-game chapters. Because originally the game's story went from chapter 14 of entering the pit to chapter 16, the pit. Well, technically this was 14, and then yeah, it went straight to here. The pit in the heart of the dream. I added the mid game into the game because I don't know. Maybe I won't make it. Maybe the threads will get cut. Kind of funny to do that. But traveling to the kingdom of Netheria and the Queen, the Netherian Queen, and the power to sever the threads. So I'm without spoiling the story too much, you'll eventually find that there are these threads in the dream that keep you from reaching the heart. And you need to sever them, but you don't know how. You've seen one, but you don't know what to do with it. And then you go and you find the power to sever them. And then there's consequences to doing that, which I've written out here. And then you do basically your Final Fantasy Crystal quest at that point. You go to the thread of water, earth, wind, and fire. And then the thread of the Forgotten is the one you've actually already seen. And then there's one more thread, which is the thread of reality. You cut all 6 threads, and then you can go to the end of the game. So that's the new plan. And I'm starting to make like the whole grid for like the main character's abilities. So this is main character, Henry Aldonis. And then you got Sarah, and I'm going to have a grid for her abilities. Zach, Gregory, Fenia is a character we don't have, who isn't in the beginning. You get her before you're done with the Duke, but you don't necessarily have to. If you make choices that I think you should make, but maybe you won't, you will have an extra dungeon in the game, and you will get Fenia, and Fenia will be with you before the Duke battle. If you make the other choice, which seems strange, but if you do, then the dungeon is a little different. You go straight to the castle. You don't do the sewer. And then you have to go through the castle kind of the hard way, but you have Gregory. You don't, and Fenia doesn't come with you. Um, Loxel is Fenia's pet fox. He's one of the characters as well. And then there's Oberyn, who is also one of the characters, followed by the character I know I've written the least about, which is Alvin. So there's 8 characters total. Gives you 2 full parties, and you can change characters back at the hideout. I don't know if I'm going to do a formation system. I actually think I am going to do the ability to change your formation anytime you want, but it'll just be, hopefully, hopefully I can do this. The formation menu won't let you change between reserve characters. I don't want to be able to do that. What I want you to be able to do is change the order of your party. And I'm going to make it and try to explain to you in like a manual, or like have somebody explain it in combat, that I think what I'm going to do is that the middle slots, the middle character slots, are the back row. So if you have like a character at the top, he's in the front row, and then a character right below them would technically be in the back row. Well, technically they'd be in the front row if there was only 2 characters, but what I want to do is the thing is that the game won't let me have you put someone in like the 4th slot when you only have 2 characters. But I want it to be that, because I need there to be an idea of rows with this battle system damage the way it is, because when things hit Sarah physically, she is going to take massive damage, because I'm working with battle calculations that are a lot like Final Fantasy IX. And if you don't know what that means, it means that defense numbers are extremely important to counteracting high attack numbers. If something hits you with an attack power of 10 and your defense is a 5, you could take upwards of like 300 damage. But if it hits you with an attack power of 10 and your defense is an 8, you could legitimately cut like 200 points of damage off with that. Like legitimately, especially at high levels. So defense becomes extremely important, and it is all entirely gear based. So I have a high degree of like power over what her defense is. But the thing is that with the back row in play, back row means that you take half damage if you're in the back row. I could just do the idea of her character being a back row character, but I don't know. I don't know how to handle the no rows thing. And I was trying to look it up and I didn't find a script for rows. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with that right now. It was something that dawned on me this morning. Is like, oh wait, there's no rows in RPG Maker MZ. So what do I do about the row system to make it so that the mage can be in the back row and not get just completely destroyed? And the only thing I really see I can do is make it so that things target her less naturally, which is what I've done so far. Is make it so that enemies just naturally target her less. Because I don't know what else to do. Because there's no row. So I don't know. Because I don't want to be giving her high defense. I don't like that idea either. But I would have to, otherwise she would get just completely destroyed. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it right now. I guess I'll figure it out. Either way, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go play Saros. Have a good one. Talk to you later.